Hey guys, thanks for popping by today. Now I know I went to Walt Disney World back in May and I'm still bringing you my hauls from that trip, but this is the final one from that trip. Today I have got my pin haul to share with you. So if you are new to my channel or maybe you've missed my other hauls, I have already uploaded my snack haul and my merch haul as well, so I will leave links to those up above and down below so that you can check those out after watching this if you've missed that. And if you are new to my channel, then hi, my name's Vicky and I tend to post Disney content 3 times a week, subscription unboxings, Disney mystery pins and a ton of hauls as well. So if that sounds like you might want to stick around, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss any of it. So this haul that I've got for you today, these are all pins which are open release pins. So I did spend quite a lot on limited edition pins at the Up pin trading event, but I have already uploaded my haul from that event. I think I showcased everything I bought as I was at the event, so I will make sure again to link that video if you're interested in looking at those pins. I'm sure you've seen them already by now. So these are just open edition pins to share with you today, but each of these has kind of special memory tied to my trip, so I wanted to share these with you as well. Sticking along the Up theme, I wanted to share this one first of all. So I have recently decided that Up is going to be my main pin collection, but not just Up, mainly the Up house, so any pin with the Up house on it. I love the colours of that, I love the symbol of adventure and exploring, but I've recently decided that I'm not just going to stick with the Up house, I'm also going to collect Carl and Ellie, but Carl and Ellie together. So when I saw this booster pack, I just had to have this for my collection because these pictures are so adorable. So I say pictures because each of these pins is like a little photo in a little frame, and they are absolutely adorable, and it follows Carl and Ellie through different stages of their life. So we've got them meeting when they are children, we've got them working at the zoo together, then their wedding day, and then when they are older as well. And this is so cute, and I know Up speaks to a lot of people and it does to me as well, so I'm really pleased I managed to grab this. It's gonna look awesome in my Up collection. I can't wait to show that to you guys once I get it just a little bit more finished. So when I went over to Walt Disney World in May, the main reason I went was for the Up pin trading event. The event was held at Coronado Springs Resort, and so I decided to stay there. This was the first time I have ever stayed in a Walt Disney World hotel, and it was so magical, and I loved just walking around and everybody calling me princess, and the perks of, you know, having the free transport and yeah, and the, you know, merchandise there. I could just walk down and buy my pins, and it was really cool. And if you ever get the chance to stay on site, I would definitely recommend it. It is obviously more pricey, but yeah, I loved it, and I hope I get the opportunity to do that again soon. Coronado Springs was beautiful. It was under a lot of construction while I was there, and I know they've finished all of that now, so I'd love to go back and see it all finished. But yeah, hopefully one day soon I'll get to stay there again. So that being the case, that being the first Disney hotel I've ever stayed in, of course I had to buy the new Coronado Springs pin, which was actually released while I was staying there. So I had to grab this pin, and it is really fun. So it's designed in the shape of a Mickey head. It says Disney's Coronado Springs, and I love the pattern on here as well. It's got 4 little hidden Mickeys around the edge, and I just think this is a really cool, pretty pin, and will definitely make me remember my trip, my solo trip, my first ever solo trip, my first ever pin trading event, my first ever stay in a Walt Disney World hotel. So this pin will have a lot of memories associated with it, so I'm really glad I managed to grab this one. Now I have just booked another trip to Walt Disney World. I will be going there for the holidays. I am so excited to be spending the holidays in the most magical place in the world at the most magical time of the year. I cannot wait. We won't be staying on site, but we will be staying in one of the Disney Springs resorts, so I'll still be able to just trot along, walk to the pin shop and spend all my money in Disney Springs. So although not staying on site, I think it's going to be perfectly located and I'm super excited to stay there. So carrying on with these pins. I have recently fallen in love again with Haunted Mansion, and Haunted Mansion is my favourite ride at Disney, at Hollywood Studios. So I wanted to get some Haunted Mansion pins as well, so I grabbed this one. Now this one has the Hatbox Ghost on it, which isn't actually in the Walt Disney World attraction. I think it's only in the Disneyland attraction. I've never been to Disneyland. I hope to go one day, but I think that's the case. And on here it just says, "A ghost will follow you home." Obviously a classic quote from the ride itself. I don't know if this glows in the dark. I'm not sure. Kind of looks like his hat. His hat box would glow in the dark. I think I might have to start a Haunted Mansion collection, maybe. Just a little tiny side collection, that's all. Sticking along the Haunted Mansion theme, I also fell in love with Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios. It was my first time going to Toy Story Land on my last trip and I absolutely loved it. I think I spent pretty much maybe 80% of my whole day in Hollywood Studios just in Toy Story Land. I went to Woody's Lunchbox 3 times, I rode every ride in there twice. I loved it. So when I saw this pin, a mashup of Haunted Mansion and Toy Story, I just fell in love with it. It is so fun. It says the same kind of quote. It says, "Beware, a toy will follow you home." But the 3 hitchhiking ghosts are Potato Head, Woody, and one of the little green aliens. And this pin is so fun and so cute. I know they do a mug of this as well, which I wish I could have bought, but it is a little bit big and a bit chunky and definitely would not fit in our cabinet. So I didn't buy the mug, but I love, love, love this pin. And because I fell in love with it so much, I did just grab a couple more pins to represent Toy Story Land. This first one has most of the main characters on here. I'm realising now that Buzz isn't on here. But we have Woody, we have Wheezy, we have one of the green aliens. Inside one of his UFO, you know, swirling saucer things. We have Jessie holding a bullseye, obviously representing Toy Story Mania, and Rex down here as well, and it says Toy Story Land in their kind of logo with the bricks. And yeah, I think this is just a fun pin because it represents some of the rides. Wheezy down here reminds me of Slinky Dog because he's singing at the end of the ride. Obviously we've got the swirling saucers, and then Toy Story Mania on here as well, and I did ride every single one of those twice on my last visit. So Toy Story Land is a ton of fun. Definitely, if you haven't been there yet, you must go and check it out. It is my favourite place in Walt Disney World at the minute. Had to get a Buzz Lightyear pin as well. You know Buzz Lightyear is my favourite Toy Story character, along with the little green aliens, and I thought this pin was super, super cute. Now I actually got this, I think in Magic Kingdom. Looking at the pin here, I can see that we have Space Mountain in the background as well. We've got Buzz pushing around some green aliens in a little sneaker, and it says "To Infinity and Beyond." Really, really fun pin. I really like the design on this pin. It's kind of more cartoony, yeah, and the colours are kind of muted and a bit pastel, so yeah, I really, really love this pin. It's really pretty, really cute, and obviously has some of my favourite characters on it. Reminds me of Toy Story Land, reminds me of Space Mountain, reminds me, you know, I love my space and, you know, stars and the whole universe. I love all of that kind of stuff. Okay, just 3 more pins to go. Now this next pin isn't a new pin, it's actually been around for a little bit now, but I've had my eye on it for quite some time and I've been meaning to purchase it, so I'm glad that I spotted it when I was in the parks and that I managed to pick it up, and it is this I Lava You pin. Now Lava is probably my favourite Disney Pixar short. I love the whole song, I love the whole imagery of it. It's really, really special to me, this Pixar short. Okay, the next pin I'm pulling out of my little pouch. By the way, the pouch that I'm using is this. I got this from Splash Mountain. I don't know if you've seen these little Ziploc pockets which they give out on the ride, so you can put your phone in, you can put your camera in to stop things from getting wet. But I grabbed one, haven't used it for my phone, but I am using it to kind of store stuff in, and I think they're really fun. It says, have a zippity-doo-dah day and keep dry with Ziploc. So yeah, really fun, and definitely come in handy. So I did grab one of those for my pins rather than my phone. Priorities, I need to keep my pins dry. Especially this next one, because it's not a metal or an enamel pin, but it's kind of a stitch pin or like a fabric pin, and it's super, super cool. This one I actually bought as a gift to my boyfriend, so it's been sat in my office. I finally get to go around and give him it. But Everest is his favourite ride, and it's quickly becoming up there for me as well. I had so much fun riding it on my last visit. I did kind of do a point of view video where I rode it on my trip to Animal Kingdom. I posted that on Monday, so if you fancy checking that out, that is there for you to watch as well. But Everest is so much fun, and I thought this pin was really unique. I've never seen a pin quite like this one, so yeah, I had to get it for my boyfriend, mainly so I could buy it as well and share it with you guys. But it's super, super cool. The colours on here are gorgeous. We've got these really rich yellows, like a golden yellow and a bright blue as well on a background. But I just love that it's woven rather than enamel. I think it's so different and unique. And the final pin I've got to share with you is this Scrooge McDuck golden coin pin. Now, I have spent a lot of time playing that Zum Zum game. Whenever I get a free minute, or whenever I'm like sat waiting for a bus or a train or something like that, always on that game, and Scrooge McDuck is my go-to character to play with. So for that reason, I have a love for Scrooge McDuck, and the reason I love him is because he helps you get coins in that game. Obviously he helps you get coins, so I really liked that this pin was in the shape of a coin. There's no enamel on this pin, it's just all metal, but yes, it obviously just symbolises Scrooge McDuck so well. And I'd never seen a pin quite like this one either, so I thought this was unique and wanted to add this to my collection. My first ever Scrooge McDuck pin, hopefully not my last. That's all the pins I've got to share with you today. I really hope you've enjoyed watching my hauls. I've really enjoyed filming them for you because it allowed me to spread out the Disney magic all the way into September, and now it's just a few more weeks, probably. I don't know, I need to check my calendar and my countdown. I'll put it up here until I go to Walt Disney World again, and I cannot wait to buy all of the Christmas merchandise and eat all the Christmas food. That's probably what I'm excited about most, is the food. I cannot wait to go. I've still got more hauls to come your way. I've recently been over to the biggest Primark in the UK, the one in the world I think it is actually, the one that's just opened up in Birmingham earlier on this year, and they have a ton of Toy Story merch there as well, so I've got a haul from there to share with you. If you are new, I hope you stick around and hit that subscribe button so we can get lost in Disney together sometime soon. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon, guys. Bye.